lemongrass and chicken soup. It's chock full of grass in it. It's got galangal in it, which galangal...
Before we get started, I just want to say a brief thank you stalks of lemongrass. Now, before you slice the lemongrass, you have to bruise it. So use the spine of your knife, the back end, not the sharp end, and sort of whack the lemongrass until it gets all bruised up. You know, take all of your aggressions out on it. Pro tip, never cut your lemongrass at a straight angle. Cut it at a diagonal always. It'll cut so much easier and it won't completely screw your knife. Next, you're gonna need 4 shallots. You're gonna slice the top and the bottom off of each shallot and then cut them in half. That'll make it really easy to peel the skin off. Once they're peeled, you're just gonna roughly slice each shallot about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now, next thing we have the galangal. Now, galangal's pretty cool. You can just slice this and leave the skin on, but I will tell you that it is extremely hard, so be careful cutting it. Don't roll your knife and cut your finger off, please. Just be super careful, because it is, like, look how much I'm struggling. It's depressing. Just start from one of the less dry ends and use a sharp knife. That is the most important piece. Next, take 4 Thai chilies and remove the stems. Now, you can increase this amount depending on how spicy you want it. Then just slice them the same thickness as you did the galangal and the shallots. Then quarter about 1 cup of cremini mushrooms. Then you're gonna take 1.5 pounds of skinless, boneless chicken breast and you're gonna cut that into 1-inch cubes. Now, heat 1.5 tablespoons of a neutral tasting oil, I used avocado oil, in a 6 to 8 quart pot over medium-low heat. Next, you're gonna add all the vegetables except for the mushrooms and sweat them while stirring often for 3 to 5 minutes or until they become fragrant. Once the shallots have softened up a bit, you're gonna add 4 cups of full-fat coconut milk. That equates to 2 13.5-ounce cans. Then you're gonna add 3 cups of chicken stock. Give that a quick stir and add 7 fresh kaffir lime leaves. Be surprised where you can find kaffir lime leaves, but if you can't find them at your local grocery store or Whole Foods, you can definitely find them at an Asian market. Bring that up over high heat, and once it starts to get close to a boil, reduce the heat to medium-low and simmer for 25 to 30 minutes. Once it's done, strain it through a fine mesh colander or sieve. Really press out that flavor from all those aromatics that we just simmered. You know, you want to get that good, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and drop your spoon too. Now, we just did that to get rid of all of the vegetables and aromatics that were in the soup. So now we're gonna pour the soup back into the clean pot, bring it back up to a simmer over medium-low heat, and add your chicken and cremini mushrooms. And just let that simmer for about 10 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. Now, I forgot to film this, but once it's done simmering and the chicken is cooked, you're just gonna add 3 stalks of Thai basil and 3 more kaffir lime leaves just to steep like a tea. Now we're gonna season this with 3 tablespoons of palm sugar or brown sugar, 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, and finally the juice of 1.5 limes. Now, serving this stuff is super simple, just like any other soup. Ladle some of the chicken, soup, mushrooms, all that jazz into a bowl. Garnish with some fresh Thai basil and fresh cilantro. And you don't need to spend an excessive amount of time worrying about where a leaf is gonna go like I do. And optionally, you can add some chili oil for some extra kick. And as per tradition, roll the clip.